and even went to Disney World for the first time. Unfortunately, I've never walked out of here with a puppy. But like I said, for me, this gala has been mainly about having a good time. But as I've gotten older, I've come to realize that tonight's not just about fun prizes. It's really about something more. It's about standing together as a community in order to make a change. It's about raising awareness and raising much needed funds to turn type 1 into type none. Recently I passed a big milestone in any diabetic's life, and it's a milestone no one is too happy to reach. February 7th, 2016 marked the day that I've been living with T1D longer than I've lived without it. In other words, I've had diabetes for more than half my life. I was 6.5 years old when I was diagnosed, and to tell the truth, I can't really remember what it's like to not be connected to my pump almost every waking moment, or what it's like to walk out the door without having to think about my glucose monitor and diabetes supplies. I can barely remember what it's like to dig into an ice cream sundae, or to stuff my face with pizza, or really to eat anything with that matter, without thinking about carbs and bolusing and blood sugars. And I'm pretty sure my parents can't remember what it's like to sleep through the night. I'm guessing that some of you also have a hard time remembering those things. As far as diabetes goes, I have it pretty good. I have access to great doctors, I have supportive parents and brothers who help me a lot. I have friends who are willing to stop doing whatever we're doing if I need to take a break and treat a low. My family is able to handle the cost of insulin and test strips and pump supplies and a continuous glucose monitor. But I'm not gonna lie, as many of you in this room know, whether you have diabetes yourself, or you're the parent, the friend, aunt, uncle, cousin, grandparent, coach, teacher, or you're just the secret admirer of someone with diabetes, T1D is hard work, and it's hard work that never ends. I never get to take a break from trying to be on top of things. My diabetes is with me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. At no point do I get to say, you know what, I think I'll take a break from diabetes this week, or this day, or this hour. Not even for a minute. Diabetes can be hard emotionally too. It's draining to have diabetes on your mind all the time. It's hard to feel good about yourself when your numbers aren't. Sometimes my numbers are out of whack because I've made a bad decision, but so much of the time it can be for no good reason at all. Maybe I'm growing, or tired, or stressed, or in a different time zone, or just coming off a tough practice. You name it, it can and will mess up your blood sugar. And even though I'm not embarrassed about having diabetes, there are times when I would just like to blend in. I'd like to be at camp and not at my infusion show when I go swimming. I'd like to be able to sleep over at someone's house and not be the only one who has to check in with his parents before bed. I'd like not have to worry about so many things about my future that other kids don't even have to think about. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of fun, and I don't let diabetes stop me from doing what I want to do. But I'd like to be carefree and spontaneous, and you just lose some of that when you have diabetes. I know there are tons of advances in the pipeline that'll help me, and all of you who are touched by diabetes. I've met people who have used the artificial pancreas, and it sounds amazing. I've read about people who have had islet cell transplants, and they're having the break from diabetes I just mentioned. But all of those advances cost money, a lot of money, and there are miles to go until we find a cure. I talked earlier about all the great live auction items I've won here over the years, but really the best feeling I've ever had at this gala is what's about to happen. Fun to cure. It's from seeing people just like you raising your paddles just to